Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Prof. Nenden as the lecturers of EFL Curriculum Development and also my fellow friends. Uh, in today's meetings, allow me to share to you the topic about managing programs and faculty concerns of online education. So we're gonna still talk about the online curriculum now. Uh, There are 2 points that I would like to share to you. The first point it's about the 5 principles for developing an online curriculum, and then the second point is about the faculty issues, including the time allocation, compensation, course loads, and work schedules, access to resources, and then the last point is about training. Well, if we talk about online curriculums, as we know that many research found that there are many institutions are currently adopt the online curriculums, but they are still inconsistent in a matter of technology application for educations, uh, as well as how to use them in teaching instruction. So here, Porter 2004 suggests 5 principles for developing an online curriculum. The first principle is recognize that the ways courses or programs may be created can differ, but the resulting product should be equally high quality. And then the second principle is valuing on-site and online faculty equally. The third principle is avoiding playing off on-site classes against online classes. The fourth principle is creating equally credible online and on-site courses and degree programs. And the last principle is setting up dialogue between on-site and online faculty if there are different groups of faculty. So allow me to discuss about that one by one. Uh, the first principle is recognizing that the ways courses or programs may be created can differ, but the resulting product should be equally high quality. In this case, that all educational offerings by the faculty, it should be high quality, whether they were designed to be used in an on-site classroom or on a website or online. Why? Because here educators should be actively involved in the creations of course materials. In order to produce a high quality outcomes of our online teaching, so a Porter here suggests that educators should be actively involved, yeah, in creating the course materials, and then the material should be evaluated frequently to ensure their continued accuracy and importance to study of the subject matter. So it should be evaluated gradually, or maybe once in a 6 months, once in a semester, in order to maintain the quality of the materials. And then the concept of that online classes are easy should not be true to declare by administrators, faculty, or learners. Um, the previous study or maybe some educators assumes that teaching online classes is easier than offline classes, yeah, due to they don't have to make a direct contact with the learners face to face, yeah. But in fact, it is not as easy as they think, yeah, about teaching online classes. So here the faculty need to declare that the concept that online classes are easy should not be true. All right. And then the second principles of developing online curriculum is value on-site and online faculty equally. A faculty, whether they teach primarily online or on-site, or they work both online and on-site, they should valued equally. Yeah. And the faculty who teach online classes should be able to achieve the same respect and recognitions, yeah, for their online work as the faculty members do their on-site works. Yeah. Yes, of course, they need to get the same respects or recognitions from the faculty. Yeah? And the Porter 2004 also indicated that not every discipline may be well defined through the online curriculum. Then Porter also argued that entire curriculum might not be good match to be transferred to online classes, yeah, or online curriculum. Uh, so that the faculty need to value the teachers or educator who teach on site and online equally here. And then the third point or the third principle is avoiding playing off on-site classes against online classes. Yeah. Um, Yes, there are several points that need to be a balance, yeah, in terms of the cost of classes as well as the frequency they were offered, the quality of the course, and the amounts of credit offered should be established consistently, whether offered online or on site. Yeah, so it must be clear in the curriculums that how many percents that the course will be conducted online, or whether it is will be in blended course, or how many percentage will be conducted synchronously, on how many percentage will be conducted unsynchronously. So it should be established consistently. And then the second is the information about degree program should clearly state if learners can take both online and on-site courses toward their degree, or if they must take only on-site courses or only online courses. Yeah, in this case, that the faculty should informs to the learners that the programs over, yeah, whether it is online or offline. So they have to be informed at the beginnings of their commencements. And then online and on-site classes should follow the same rules within an institutions too. Of course, yeah, every institutions must have their rules, and then it should be applied equally both in online and on-site. And then performance standard for learners and any entry level requirements or prerequisites also should be similar. Yeah, so that must be what is it, the same levels of standardizations of online and offlines here. Yeah, and one types of a program should not be considered better, easier, or of a different quality. Yeah, so it is avoiding wrong assumptions that those who take online classes is what is it can be underestimated rather than those who takes offline classes, or even vice versa. And then the fourth principle is creating equally credible online and on-site courses and degree programs. Well, in having an online curriculum, so the faculty need to develop a good reputation for the quality of its individual courses and degree programs. Uh, uh, yes, as it is also related to the first principles that the product must be in high quality, so that uh, the quality of in this individual course, in this case it is the teacher, plays a very pivotal roles for succeeding the online teaching or online curriculum here. And then the structures of all curricula should be pedagogically sound and technically useful and innovative. Yes, as yeah, studies found that uh, several institutions that attempts online curriculum, they tend to ignore the aspect of pedagogy here. So Porter suggests that the structures of all curricula should be pedagogically sound and technically usable and innovative. Yeah, so it is not ignore the aspect of pedagogy, but uh, 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 it's not only talk about what technology can be used for online teaching, but how to implement that appropriately in the teaching instruction. And then teachers should be well trained and prepared to work closely with learners. Yes, of course, here's also importance in order to create credible online and on-site courses. Yeah, the role of the teachers is very pivotal. And then the administrators should work with the faculty and learners to plan curriculum change and develop an effective strategy for maintaining high quality programs. Yeah, so it's not only the role of teachers, but also they need to collaborate with the administrators and also the learners. Yeah, in order to make sure that the objectives of the online curriculum can be succeeded. Yeah, by getting support from all the parties. And then the fifth principle is setting up a dialogue between on-site and online faculty if there are different groups of faculty. To help faculty across the institution work well together, so administrator must be create ways for faculty to discuss their differences, explore positive ways of working together, and use newer technologies to enhance all courses. So those are the five principles promoted by Porter 2004 to develop the online curriculum. So next, let's we move to the faculty issues. I will try to bring several issues regarding the online curriculum here. The first issue is about the time allocations. And if we talk about the time allocation, so it's a very obvious, not only for online teachers, but also for the offline teachers. Yeah. Uh, and talking about time allocation, Porter highlight three activities in which the teachers need to really allocate their times. Yeah. The first is course preparation times. Um, yes, of course, every teachers need to allocate their time to prepare their course. Yeah, especially for the online teachers, they can start their bulletin board folders or threads, posting message, sending a group email, finding and presenting supplementary information, and developing questions or information for chat sessions. So it's really takes time, yeah, to prepare the course before before the schedule time. And then the second point related to the time allocation is in terms of course development or curriculum development times. Talking about the online teachers, that it's quite differ with offline teachers in terms of uh, what is it, the collaborations of work here. Yeah, uh, that offline teachers, they tends to work, or they tends to focus on the learners that they teach directly at the times, but it's different with the online teachers in which they have to work with course designers, IT staff, and administrators who are developing a unique appearance and structures and common technology for all online courses. So it's tends to be complicated rather than offline teachers. Yeah, so they need time to be allocated for the course development or curriculum development time. And then the last point, it's about in class times. In class times here means that they have to work through what is it, the tools, yeah, for supporting their teaching activity, such as email, chat, or whiteboard sessions, as well as giving them some grading feedbacks, yeah, that involve a great deals of times, of course, yeah, in each week. And uh, the more students they have in their online teaching, so of course the more times they need to allocate it for in class time here. And then the second issues of the faculty is related to the compensations, core loads, and work schedules. Yeah. If we talk about the compensation, so it will be related to take-home pay. Yeah, and here Porter suggests that the teachers who work primarily on site and teachers who work online need to be valued equally on the pay scale. Yeah, and the amount and type of work, yeah, which can be measured, and not the teaching venue should be the foundations of the pay scale. So they need to get the take-home pay based on their types of work. Yeah, the amount and the types of their works, yeah, rather than considering the venue, the teaching venue. Yeah, I mean, for example, those who has uh, what is it, 5 kilometers, yeah, distance from their from his home into campus, or will get uh, lower than those who has 50 kilometers distance from his or her home to the campus. Yeah, so it's not as the considerations for the pay scale. And then the administrators need to play annual schedule for full-time and part-time online teachers. So the work must be scheduled effectively by the administrators. And then the next points is related to the access to resources. Yeah, it is very crucial that the online teachers need to give a considerations for technical and office improvements. Yeah, because they deal with the technology, so they also need to have a considerations related to the technical and office improvement. And then online teachers are often expected to own, maintain, and upgrade their computer equipment and to pay for any connection charge for dial-up, wireless, or hardwired internet access. And then online teachers must keep up with new research, curriculum design, and technological innovations. Yeah, it is also related to the previous discussions about maintaining the high quality of online teaching, so that online teachers, they must involve in teaching materials, yeah, in designing the curriculums also, and updating themselves with technological innovations. And then providing the time to prepare in conference and workshops. Yeah, yes, of course, it's a very good uh, yeah, a very good idea, yeah, that the teachers can get the access to come to the conference and then to the workshops in order to have a self-development activity, yeah, regarding the online teaching. Okay, and the last issues is about the training. Talking about the training, Porter highlight four main things that must be given in a training. The first, it must be related to the teaching strategies and methods suitable for the subject matter and delivery formats. Yeah. So yes, of course, teaching strategies and method is very important to be known by the online teachers, since studies also found that many times teachers ignores or neglect the aspects of pedagogy here. So they need to develop themselves in knowing what strategy which is appropriate for their teaching activity, and then they also need to find out their students needs, and then what's the appropriate method in order to meet their students needs. Yes, so it's a part of a training that the teachers need. And then the second point, it's about the subject matter. Yeah, it's also important points, yeah, in which the teachers need to develop the content, or yeah, the content of their own subjects. Yeah. And then the third point, it's about the online resources, as we know that due to the rapid development of technology, so that uh, yeah, teachers need to updating themselves in several resources that can be used for online teaching here. And then the last point, it's about the tools itself. The tools here is related to what kinds of platforms they can use for their teaching activity, uh, and then how to implement it or integrate it in their teaching activity. Yeah, so it's what I understand from tools here. And then the last point, what I can sum up from this reading report is the first, online educators, wherever they teach and however they teach, it is online or on-site, they must be given equal respect and opportunities for professional growth and advancements. And then managing online courses and programs involve working closely with the faculty and dealing with the important issues and concerns. And then changing institutional policies as the definitions of education expands is a critical process for administrators. And then as the nature of online teaching changes, so must the institutions plan for helping faculty work most effectively with students and keeping up with the state of the profession. Okay, and here are the list of the references. Thank you. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.